Can I share my screen? Maybe.
You should be able to.
Can you see it?
We can see it.
Okay.
Good to go.
Okie dokie. So I started doing free groups. I don't know how to work this. Like free challenge type things, and building this free community in a group on Facebook a little while ago, because I just felt like I was inviting a lot of people, and if someone wasn't ready for a challenge pack or for a challenge group, I felt like I just kind of left them hanging, and I didn't really like it. I wanted to be able to still support them and give them something, even if it wasn't a full challenge group experience. So I started doing like little free challenges. Like, I wasn't as consistent before, but I've been doing them every month for a little while, and just been learning more about them and how to run them better to help it actually like funnel into actual challenge groups and help my business. So I started out doing, the first group that I did was, I called it Rise and Grind, because I talked to a lot of people who always said that they had a hard time getting up in the morning. They had a hard time fitting in their workouts. I wish I could get up in the morning and blah, blah, blah. So I just did like a week-long group that we just, everyone posted each morning when they were done. We posted like a picture of the alarm that we had set, and everyone just kind of checked in each morning after they were done their workout to say they'd done it. And then they've kind of evolved from there. So I figured out, and like I said, I've researched and listened to other trainings and stuff on free groups, but reverse engineering it and figuring out, like, starting all the way from what you want your challenge group to be, like thinking ahead to the next month, what you want that challenge group to be about and what you want your challengers to be able to accomplish, starting at that point and reverse engineering. So what do you want your challenge group to be about? And then kind of planning your free group around something that can lead into what your paid challenge group will be. So like for me, a couple of the ideas were helping people create better morning routines, which incorporate, exercise, good nutrition, and then good nutrition, clean eating. People are always up for, healthy recipes and clean eating. And then like a personal development type group. So improving confidence and motivation, inspiration and stuff. So giving them something that will lead into what your next challenge group will be, and figuring out what you want the end result to be, and just kind of reverse engineering it from there. Figuring out what your people want and need. So like the people that I speak to and my people are going to be different than Joan and Meg's, and the people that connect with us and what they're looking for and what they need and want to get out of one of these groups. So, other people, they might like the crock pot groups or the free water challenge, or I don't know, you name it, whatever your people, what your niche is all about, what they want to learn about. And you figure that out by thinking about what you want to learn about. What do you like hearing about? What could you talk about all day long? What just fires you up? What do you want to learn more about? So even if you're not an expert on something, you can still choose a topic that you want to learn more about, and invite people to learn more about it with you. It's just like our challenges, with our workouts. So we're starting a new program, inviting people to do it with us. This is just kind of a shorter term, less involved kind of experience in group. And so you want to invite your people, the people that are going to connect with you and want to get the results that you have in mind, your ideal challenger, ideal coach, and really anyone who might need your help. You never know who might need it right now and who might take a lot away from the group and end up becoming your next, rockstar challenger, your next rockstar coach. So just inviting people to it, whether it's on social media or with private invites. When I put my public invites out, I found that putting the link in the actual post is really helpful because that way people will click on it and ask to join without anyone else seeing it. So they can kind of do it under the radar. I always put, as the admin, that I have to add or approve any ads, and I have them answer a couple of questions. And I put that link right in my post or in the comments and say, just click the link to join the group, and we'll go from there. And it's just kind of, I've gotten a lot better response from people doing that than just saying, comment if you want me to add you or like this post or whatever. It's a little bit easier for them. People are more likely to do that. And then private invites. So anyone who's ever given me the money excuse, like I can't afford it right now, or it's just too expensive, or they don't see the value, or maybe I haven't presented the value enough yet, but anyone who's ever mentioned a financial reason, it's a great alternative to a challenge group. And like I said, that's why I kind of started doing them more, because I wanted to have kind of a better way to keep up with those people and in more of a group environment. And then also just, any of the donuts, if you're gearing up to do a free group, like send out a ton of donuts. And I get way more responses to invites to the free group via personal messenger when I say, it's a free group, because it just kind of lets off the pressure and lets them know that it's just free and they don't have to do anything, and they'll just be added to it. So at first I had started a couple of, I had done one group, and then when I started a new one, I started a new group, and I decided to just keep one ongoing community, and I just keep adding people to it all the time. And so that way that they're constantly exposed to, what I'm doing. And I say, if you want to take part in the challenge, feel free. If not, then just ignore them and take from it what you want and leave the rest. Finding a creative name, something catchy, just like any of our challenge groups. There are a ton of ideas all over Google and Pinterest and YouTube too. The length of the group, I haven't done one longer than 7 days, because I find after that people just lose engagement, and it's also what I can put into it. So I can focus and concentrate and put a lot of energy into a 5 or 7 day group. Whereas if it was like a 2-week group, then I've got 2 groups going on at once, and it can start to be a lot. And I just want to be able to give my energy and value and really give them an experience that they'll take something from it. So thinking about that and thinking about a topic that you can put the energy into. So depending on what your topic is, it can take a little bit of time and preparation. And I like to make sure, like I said, that I'm providing value. So I have, notes ready, and I do a little bit of research about what I want to present each day. And I usually have a post plan for every day, whether that's a video or just a graphic or text or a challenge. On the last one I did was Miracle Morning, and I did a live video every day going over something about the morning routine, and then I posted an assignment that night for the next morning, and then we'd check in every morning and see how everyone did. And figuring out how often you're going to post and what you want your results to be, what you want them to take away from it. Like I said, you can do videos, live, doing a prize, offering a prize at the end for participation, people who comment or post or check in. And I really like this quote: they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I used to be, and I still am a little bit, really just focused on, I have to know everything. It's got to be perfect. I can't, I have to be able to give them all the answers. And really what I found is, and I think Joan has said it before, like they care more about your energy than your strategy. And if you really just show that you care and want to help people, then they don't really care if you don't have your morning routine down packed, or if you don't know exactly how many calories or grams of sugar are in something, a certain food, they just want you, to interact and know that you care. Presenting information that you would find useful. I think my battery might die. Hold on just a second. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're good. So I started also running mine like a challenge group sneak peek. So just letting them know and sprinkling in little bits of Beachbody and how this is similar to something that they might see in one of your monthly challenge groups. So when I talked about in my morning group, when I talked about, exercise, I talked about my 30-minute workouts that I do at my house, in my living room, and have really helped me get results. The same thing with, nutrition. I talked about what I eat in the morning, which is Shakeology, and my Energize and Recover. And so I don't, come around and say, this is, you should buy Shakeology and try it out yourself. It's just telling my story and what helps me and what I do. And so giving them just sprinkling it in throughout the week. Also talking about, the support. Like I talked about how much, I love seeing people post and interact and giving all the support and motivation, and how that carries over, and how I love having, a monthly challenge group that I get to check in with every day that has the same sort of environment and positive energy. Always have a call to action. So every day trying to keep people involved and interactive, get people asking questions, posting assignments, or check-ins either in the morning or at night, and really just trying to drive that interaction to get more people on it. I've also had, people add their friends. I just say if you know of someone who might need this, add them. The more the merrier. And then you just get kind of more eyes on your stuff. And really just making them want to keep going, making them think, okay, like this helped me so much in just 1 week. I wonder what the month-long challenge group would do. And showing them that you can help them get from point A to point B, from where they are now. They obviously need something. They need some sort of help. They're not happy with something about themselves or about their lives that they want to change. And just showing them that they can change and that you have the tools to help them do that. And so throughout the week, you're just giving all this value and providing information and support and motivation. And then at the end, it's kind of the jab, 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 right hook concept with a give, 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 ask. So you're giving them all this value at the end of the week. You're talking about, wrapping up and what's next. And, that's when you offer your challenge group. If you like this group and you feel like it helped you, I've got, a month-long challenge group going on that we do even more. We go even more with depth with nutrition and routines and inspiration and, whatever your next group is going to be. Letting them know what more they'll get in that group, mentioning your workouts and your shakes, the nutrition, and what they'll get from that group as they move on, and really getting them to want to move on to that next step and invest in their time, money, everything into helping them get to the next step. It also has to be a balance between giving the value and building your business, because that's what we're all here for too. We can't forget about that. And I don't remember who I was listening to, but someone said you are building a business, and it's okay to ask for that, not necessarily sale, but it is a sale ultimately. And so giving them all that value and then asking them, to join you for your next group, but letting them know what's in it for them also. And then just continuing to give value. So for that week, I post a lot and I comment on everyone's posts and I interact a lot. After that week is over, I slow down a little bit because I am more involved with my regular challenge group. But I still check in a couple times a week. I post a couple times a week, a motivational quote, or if I have a good recipe, I'll post something because I want to keep people interactive. And I don't want them to think that I'm just doing it just when I want someone to buy something, because it's really not. I want to be able to help everyone. And this has given me a way to kind of keep in contact on a larger scale versus just private messaging all these people. It's a little bit easier to give them that value, even when they're not doing one of the free challenges. And then if people that were really active in the group, I will private message them after and, thank them for their involvement, ask if they have any questions, ask them what they liked about it, what they might want to see in the future, what might, if there's any suggestions they have to make it better. And then for people who were involved, I'll offer them, I'll invite them to the next challenge group and let them know, just the regular invite process and how it could help them and how I'd love to have them. They did so well. They were really motivating, inspiring for other people in the group, and I would love to have them in my next challenge group. So, and I think that's it. I talk really fast.
I'm gonna unmute myself.
That's all.
So does anybody have any questions for Shannon? Thank you for doing this call, Shannon. I think that this is a great topic. Just recently, I will tell you, hold on, I'm trying to make this big screen. There we go. So I've been, recently, I've just been reminded how, in the very beginning of this business, when I first got started, and I had my, my insanity results. I put my insanity results up, and because I didn't really know what a challenge group was at that point, and I didn't know how to run one, and I'd never done one before, and I sort of was the one who asked my coach what a challenge group was and thought hey, this might be a cool way to build your business. When he answered me, he basically said, oh yeah, you can do that. You just need to have them sign up as a free customer of yours first in order to join the group. So because I was brand new, because it was the first time I'd ever run challenge groups, and because I was a little bit nervous about coming off salesy, when somebody had given me an excuse or an objection when it came to money or when it came to purchasing a challenge pack or things like that, instead of just being okay, well, when would you like me to follow up with you or blah, 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 I was that's okay. You can join the group anyways. Join it and do your own thing. At least you'll have some camaraderie and some accountability and some motivation. You can see some of the recipes and nutrition ideas that we're posting in there. And so what that did, and that's a little separate from what Shannon's doing. I mean, Shannon's talking about running a 7-day group by itself that literally this is your free group. But it was just a way of letting them in, and inevitably, because you were willing to help them when they said they didn't have money or that they couldn't purchase something from you, it really does build that trust. This person isn't just out to sell me something. They truly just love their groups and want to help me. And so they would join, and what would happen every time is that they would start seeing the people in the groups who were following a program were loving the process, loving the groups, showing up, getting results. And so then it was well, maybe I do want to try this Shakeology thing, or maybe I do want to try a program. And so you'd get sales that way too. So that's another way that you can still be offering help to somebody that's that's not quite ready, or maybe doesn't trust you enough yet, or maybe doesn't see that value enough yet to purchase, something through you. Yeah, Meg Lyon was a free challenger. Kat was a free challenger of mine. I didn't sell anything to them. I just added them into my group. I'll tell you too, I have a couple people, I actually have 3 people in the challenge group that I have going currently right now, that did not purchase anything from me. A couple of them have the 21-day fix at home that they just purchased on their own. They literally said they have 0 money, and that's the only thing that's holding them back at the moment, that they would love to try Shakeology once they have the money. And instead of being like, great, okay, I'll follow up with you, then I was like, okay, let's get started now. And in the group, I even had somebody say to me, wait, what's in this for you? Why are you helping me for free? And I was like, you'll get people like that are like, wait, why are you helping me? And like, my answer to them is just like, listen, when this is a business for me. And yes, I do make money from this. It is like how I make my money. I said, but the reason I got into it in the first place is because I wanted people to feel as good as I did. So if I can help you in any way, like, that's why I'm passionate about this, and we'll get you going. And then you've built that trust, and they're seeing how the groups work. And it's really awesome how that all comes together. So keep that in mind. And I think that, like, I don't know if you guys saw it the other day, I posted in here, think that, like, challenge packs are fantastic, obviously, right? Like, everybody's focused on the challenge pack because it's going to sign a coach for you. It's going to give you Success Club points. It's going to do all of those fantastic things. But why not, if somebody is only willing to just purchase like a program, a DVD right now, or they just want to try out like Energize, or maybe they told you that their digestion sucks and you could sell them like Digestive Boost. Why are you just going to let it go instead of saying like, oh, okay, like, I know you don't have a ton to invest right now, but maybe you could try just this small thing right now, and we'll get you in the group anyway. And that way you're still putting volume into your business. You're still selling and making retail sales, but it doesn't have to be a challenge pack every single time. All right. What are you guys saying in here?
I can, a couple people asked, I can post the Miracle Morning template that I did. In the group. And I also started to kind of, my challenge groups weren't really, I was putting everyone into my monthly challenge groups. And I just kind of wanted a way to still give value to the people that weren't ready to buy, but also set those challenge, like my monthly groups, apart. And so people knew the difference. Like, okay, this is a, paid like challenge. Like, you don't necessarily have to do, I don't require, someone to buy a whole challenge pack or everything. I tell everyone, that's the best way to get results, but they're at least required to do, a Beachbody program if that's all they can do, even if they have one sitting with dust on the shelf. And a lot of people have, they see other people, like you said, posting about their shakes and about on Beachbody On Demand. And so they're like, oh, what's that? And you get people asking questions. And I have a lot of my challengers who are doing Shakeology on the challenge pack in my free community too. So they'll post about their stuff. So it just puts it in front of a lot of different people without requiring anything, if they're not ready financially.
Shannon, with your free community, I assume that's on Facebook. Are you running your free groups also on Facebook, or are you putting them on the Challenge Tracker app?
I do them right in the group on Facebook. So I have that community, and then every month I'm like, this month's challenge is, I think I'm going to do like an eat this, not that challenge, and just to give some fun information. And then people can choose to participate or not. And they just, I just run it all through there. That way I'm not opening up 10 million different groups every month, because that was just too much.
I think getting creative with your groups is really great too. Like, if you're relating it to whatever's going on currently, I mean, how many people are getting ready to go apple picking right now? If you could have healthy apple recipes and just make a freaking 5-day group out of that, you totally could. Here's how you can incorporate apples as a snack. Here's how you can incorporate and do an apple crisp that isn't going to completely kill your diet. Here's how you can make a healthier version of apple cider or applesauce, or and that was just one example, but you could do fall treats in general. You could showcase the freaking pumpkin whoopie pies from Fixate. Today it's pumpkin spice freaking everything. So how can you make pumpkin spice stuff at home? Like, that isn't like Dunkin' Donuts, like barf in a cup. I mean, sorry that I know a lot of people love that, but it's just sugar and chemicals and cream and crap. It's disgusting.
There's so many ideas
Tell
out
us how
there.
you really feel, Joan. Also remember, you guys, that the new clean week is going to come out soon too, which will definitely help you with creating a free week for your customers. And keep in mind the 14-day trial too for like Beachbody On Demand. Chances are, if you get somebody involved in like a freaking 4-week to like 6-week to 12-week program, and they are 2 weeks in, and then all of a sudden they get cut off and they can't access it anymore, they're going to be like, like, give it back. So, I mean, that's a really great way too. And okay, so they don't get started with the All Access On Demand, or they don't get Shakeology. Well, if they get set up with the quarterly, access to On Demand, you make money quarterly on their membership, right? Like, they're paying money quarterly. I think it's like $15 a quarter for you. So like, that's still money in your pocket. It's still volume in your business. So keep those things in mind. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad that the topic was free groups, and this one isn't really like as free of a group, but it's a cheaper way to run a group. And Courtney Bell, who she's actually a coach in like, she's a coach on like Megan Ewaldson and Carrie Legault's team. And her and I were chatting, and she was sharing with me the sort of like Shakeology groups that she's been doing. And she used to do them all the time, and it really helped her business to grow, to find more emeralds, to find people who were really interested in Shakeology, and then turned into coaches, to just have her downline creating volume in her business so that everybody was being paid more, like all of those good things. And what she does is she just has her new coaches order an entire pack, a variety pack of Shakeology. And then she gives them a whole template of how to do the invite, how to do the group, and all of that, how to promote it. And then she sells 5 packs or 7 packs of Shakeology to people for $5 a pack. So if it's a 5-pack, it's like $25. You get entered into this group. So for 25 days, or not 25 days. So for 5 days, you're going to be in this group. She's going to give you exactly what to eat. She's going to help you with the Shakeology. And then all of this, like, she just wants you to do like some sort of walking or working out a little bit or whatever each day. I'll share those. I'll share the templates and the invites and things that she gave to me the other day, because I think that could be helpful too. So your groups don't always have to be like, here's my month-long challenge group, I think is the gist of this. You can attract people into your business in many different ways. And so trying different things, like, don't be afraid to do so. Are there any more questions for Shannon while we're on here? No. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Well, I do have one more announcement before we jump off, and that's tomorrow. I don't know if you guys probably saw that I was running a sneak peek. I didn't post it all across the team page because I just decided I was going to do a sneak peek because I have about 15 people who are interested in being in a sneak peek. So I was like, done. I'll put one up on Tuesday. So if anybody would like to join, you can start putting up posts right now or whatever, or just directly invite people who you'd like to be in that sneak peek, and you are more than welcome to join. I will go ahead and I will put that post up in the team page either tonight or tomorrow morning so that you guys can start adding people if you would like. Okay? Awesome. Cool. Hope you guys all had a badass Monday, and I will see you soon. Thank you, Shannon. You rock.
Thanks. See ya.